Greetings. I greet everyone who is watching us live now. Thank you very much,
Всех
everyone,
приветствует,
who
кто
joined
смотрит.
us.
Ну, подсоединились
We
или нет?
have,
Ну, как кто-то чего-то.
yes,
Я не знаю,
if
сколько
you
на
need
человек
an
там ждет.
interpreter, we have an interpreter, and you have instruction here how to hear it directly from our interpreter. It will ease anybody's life, I believe. Anyway, our guests today, Maja Sopa and Vladimir Alenikov. And he is on the set right now. He is in the restaurant. That's why we can hear lots of noise. And he joined us because he somehow got this breakaway. Thank you very much for that, Vladimir. The topic of today's program is World Exclusive with Maja Sopa, the new Natassja Kinski, and Vladimir Alenikov. And my name is Luba Balagova. I am the founder and president of the Russian British International Film Festival and the presenter of this program. So basically I invited Mohi, the Hollywood veteran and Hollywood veteran, film director, composer, best-selling author. I hope will join us, and he
В принципе, я понимаю по-английски. Я думаю, что важнее сейчас вам слушать.
Big program, but unfortunately he has some problems. I also want to say that we have among our guests, Mohi basically was one of the members of the jury in 2018, and we have another member of the jury, Elizabeth Jones. She is right here. So we have two members of the jury.
Известная актриса, певица, она была в жюри, когда я получал эти призы. Ну да, и Майя получила за лучшую актерскую работу, и я получил, да. Лучший фильм, лучший режиссер.
As it goes, I will be introducing, I know that Vladimir also invited some honorable guests. So as we go, we will introduce them.
Неудобно? Давайте я вам ваши принесу.
Excuse me, maybe I could suggest that when we are not speaking, maybe we can mute our microphones, because otherwise we cannot hear Luba very well. I can hear some people speaking in the background. I think maybe we can just all mute.
Yes, please mute yourselves. I just introduced you, Mohi, as co-host, but unfortunately, I don't know why you cannot make it. You please keep trying.
Keep trying, darling.
Please keep trying. Everybody is waiting for you, but I have to start the program. So I started it all. Okay. So I meant to start from Maja, but because Vladimir has to leave, my apologies. I'm going to go straight to Vladimir's questions, but I have to introduce him a little. He is a very well-known film director, author, best-selling author in Russia, but I'm not sure that he is that known in the UK. Therefore, I'm going to say a few words about him. Strangers of Patience, from the writer and director Vladimir Alenikov, whose success came through a series of children films featuring his creations, the characters Petrov and Vasichkin, 1982, which is considered as Russian national treasure. Started his career in cinema directing independent films. Vladimir received his first official recognition as author and director of a number of scenes in the popular Russian multi-award-winning Yaralash children's stories. His next most successful work was The Drayman and the King, a film based on the work of Isaac Babel, in the vein of Fyodor on the Roof, right? and ultimately the most successful Russian musical, the very first and apparently the very last ever made in Russia. The film received several prizes in Russia and was an official selection at the Toronto International Film Festival and the American Film Institute AFI Festival in Los Angeles, among others. His filmography also includes The Awakening, 1991, Time of Darkness, 1991, Triumph, 2000, The Gun, from 6 to 7:30 p.m. 2003, a Russian very well comedy, God's Smile or the Odessa Story, 2008, and for the film Garbage, 2010, Vladimir was a producer. During last decade, Vladimir Alenikov works also very successfully as a writer, publishing novels and children's stories, which became also bestsellers. I have 2 of his books signed by Vladimir, so I'm one of the luckiest girls here. And the novel on which he based his famous, I hope you can see, his famous film, Strangers of Patience. And most importantly, in 2007, Vladimir became a member of International Pen Club in both countries, Russia and USA. So this is a very short introduction to Vladimir's biography. And now my question. Vladimir, you are today one of the most influential film director in Russia. Let's start from that. What obstacles did you have to overcome? And in order to reach your position, we have many young film festivals. To make your first film, you don't have to be very young, but it would be nice to hear your inspiring story.
Okay, do you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah. First of all, I'm honest that you invited me to be participant of this conference. I'm happy to see all of you, and certainly I'm happy to see my favorite actress, Maja Sopa, who looks really great tonight. I apologize about this noise around me because I'm sitting in the middle of the big restaurant. We are shooting in this restaurant right now in the next hall. So I just took a little interruption to be able to be with you for some time. It's not easy to answer your question because every director's destiny is very special and certainly pretty complicated. For example, I didn't have any chance to become filmmaker because I was a stage director. And I grew up in Soviet Union, and it was kind of law not to give to stage directors the right to make movies. So my first movie was kind of underground movie. And which was really a kind of unique situation because it was a completely government monopoly in the filmmaking. So, and I guess I was only one at this time, at 70s, when I started with my movie as an underground movie. But I already invited to participate in this movie the biggest Soviet star for this time, and they agreed. That's how I started my career. And every movie I made, it was made with a lot of complications. I don't know why, but that's my destiny. Actually, the movie we made with Maya, Strangers of Passion, probably was one of the luckiest one because we didn't have any big problem, some financial problems, of course, but not others. But every other production I made, it always has so many complications. So if you believe in what you do, you are able to win. You are able to find the way. This way.
Так, are we losing our connection? Vladimir?
Yes, I think his connection has been lost.
His connection has been lost. Mohi, I asked Maja Szopa to contact with me. Please call Maja and she will help you. She will help you step by step, okay?
I'm trying both numbers 5-6 times. Both numbers are not working. You send them together.
Maja is going to call you now and help you to come in, Mohi. Thank you.
Luba?
Okay, we lost Vladimir, but we're going to go on. Hopefully Vladimir will come back to us and I will go on asking questions, Maja, beautiful Maja, who is joining us. Elizabeth, you wanted to say something.
Oh, no, I was just saying, you know, that perhaps it's just about the connectivity. It's not about the interview.
We shouldn't worry about this. We're going to go ahead and start now our questions to beautiful Maja, who is gorgeous, who has long hair on her head. Yes, amazingly, the bald was also really suiting you, Maja. It's amazing. I mean, you're that lucky lady who had a winning card in her hands to find such a director, a film director. You were a student. Are you still a student at Warsaw University, or you came out?
Actually, I'm finishing my thesis essay. I'm not really sure how to say it in English.
So, my God, you're still a student, and I want to say that
I'm at the end of my studies. Yes, I'm finishing right now. This year, I'm kind of about to finish. Fortunately, like at last, I think it's about time, you know, to start the adult life. But first of all, I just wanted to thank you, Luba, for pronouncing my surname very well, because it's been quite controversial for Russian people, because as you probably know, my surname Sopa is quite similar to Zopa, which means in English. And it's been quite problematic. We've had so many conversations about with production. They've been trying to make me they've asked me so many times to, you know, maybe we could, you know, change your name because it's weird in Russian. Maybe we could just figure something out, some stage name, but I was really stubborn and I said no. So thank you, Luba, for pronouncing it properly and very well.
You're very welcome. I should tell you a little secret here, Maja. I did lots of researches about you before inviting you. So
thank you. It's very nice.
I can see that Vladimir came back. Welcome back, Vladimir. Welcome back. Maja, I don't know how you're doing, Maja Szmundak. Please try to connect with Mohi and bring him in, because he had some very special questions to ask Vladimir, как режиссер режиссера хотел спросить. He wanted to ask some questions. Hopefully it will happen. So I'm going back to Vladimir, and please continue.
Yeah, I don't know, what did you hear or not? I would just repeat the last line because I don't know when exactly I was interrupted by this bad connection. I'm saying if you have to do what you think you have to do. If you have your goal, you go straight to your goal, and it doesn't matter what kind of obstacle who is trying to stop you. You will win. I believe in it. You just have to believe in what you're doing. That's all.
That's amazing. That's amazing because I know that in Russia, and basically not only in Russia, but everywhere, it's very difficult to get through. I experienced it as producer, as a film producer in 2000. We were shooting films in Russia, and also as a founder, a film festival founder. So I know how difficult it is. So you're saying it is the belief we have. So if you believe in something, you have to go and to do it. Now, why and how you chose Maja Sopa for this
it was yeah, you know,
role?
I got the question. I started to think about the actress who will play Marina from the beginning, from the time when I wrote the novel. And it was a very long and complicated way because first, a lot of Russian young actresses auditioned for this part. It didn't work for many reasons. I was trying to find some special, unusual, fresh face, very attractive. And the actress who will play Marina, she needs to have a lot of capacities because she is a pantomime actress in the movie. So she needs to move. Her face has to be so interesting, so the audience will watch her for 2 hours, yeah, and she doesn't say any word, so everything we have to see in her eyes. So it's a really very complicated part. And some of actresses who I've been interested in, they weren't ready to cut their hair, because it's also another problem. Yes, the women hair, it's kind of a part of their beauty. So these young actresses, they've been afraid to cut the hair. Maja wasn't afraid of anything. And when we started to audition some foreign actresses, we did it in Slovenia, in a few countries, and even in France, in Poland. Maja was one of 6 Polish young actresses we tried, but she was the best. She was the best, and when I saw how she does some homework I asked her to do, I said, listen, we need to get this girl right here to Moscow, because I think probably we finally found what we've been looking for 3 months. So Maja, I'm happy to see you here. I'm happy you made this part. You deserve all your awards you got already. I know you have a very great future. So now, guys, I'm really sorry, but I have to leave. So I leave you with Maja, and she will continue to answer questions.
Vladimir,
okay?
maybe you could come back
again,
like for 5-10 minutes.
For inviting me.
If you can come back for 5-10 minutes, please.
No. I certainly cannot come back because I will start to shoot. I can't interrupt my shooting. I'm sorry.
Can you please say?
I can stay another few minutes, but
Volodya, Vladimir, before you go, please, 2 minutes. Just say something about the new project you're doing right now. It is so interesting, and we will get the exclusive information. You have to give us
I'm
this.
right now. I'm in the very old and very beautiful Russian city named Yaroslavl, just in the middle of the country, and we are shooting here the dramatic movie, dramatic. Actually, even tragic story about famous hockey players. It was a famous hockey players, the club named Lokomotiv, and in 10 years ago, 9 years ago, it was 2011. The whole hockey players team, they've been crashed. It was a crash of aircraft. So they all died, unfortunately, in this tragic event. So we're making a movie about which is dedicated to those famous players, because they've been like icons for the whole country, those young guys. And this is it's not a movie about tragedy, it's a movie about love, how the people loved them, how what place this team took in their hearts. So it's a story of simple people who are trying to get to the famous match, to the famous play, the opening of the season in Minsk, Belarus. It's supposed to happen. It didn't happen ever. So it's the story of those people who are trying to get there. And I'm using a lot of chronicle episodes with the real players, and it's basically on. It's all based on real events and real characters. That's all.
Thank you
It's
so very much.
pretty complicated production. We are finishing in Yaroslavl right now, and then I'm going to meet Belarus, where I will continue to shoot. Oh, Mohi, I'm
That's
glad to
amazing.
see you.
Moja just got in.
Hello, Volodya. How are you?
Hi,
How are you?
hi,
I'm
good to
sorry, I
see
had a
you.
bit of trouble getting connected. Listen, I don't know if it's my turn to talk, but
Sure, it's yours.
I want to congratulate you on such a beautiful, beautiful film. Honestly, it was
Поздравляю с картиной,
it was
замечательно.
amazing. Believe me, I saw it twice. We saw it in Sochi, and then I saw it again, and I enjoyed it even more this time. Yeah, I have a lot.
Thank you so much. Your words means a lot to me.
I have a couple of questions. I know that you wrote a book,
Now the
and you wrote the screenplay, and you made the film. This is a very familiar procedure for me as well. I'll first tell you what I really liked about the film. At the beginning, the girl, the wonderful actress, the beautiful Marina was her name, or Maria?
Yeah, in the movie, yeah,
notes,
she's Marina.
And she writes notes, and we slowly begin to realize something is going to happen. Okay, and then she develops slowly, and all her body language, her expressions, the natural way she plays, I became a believer that she is really mute. I mean, this is really interesting. Of course, in the hands of a maestro, it can happen. Now,
Никак вопрос не задаст. Все рассказывает, как он впечатлился.
Yes, Moja, go straight to the question.
what I wanted to ask is, did you follow the script you wrote completely, or did you improvise a little bit? Did you change a few scenes, etc.?
No, of course, as a filmmaker, you know, you always improvise something. But basically, yes, we followed the script step by step. That's probably the only one movie in my biography where we've been shooting step by step how it was written, because the actors, the characters, they changed a lot during the story, so we couldn't even jump from so we forgot about economical things in this production, and we completely followed the story.
Sounds very familiar.
So yeah, that's the only one experience in my life, right? Like this.
What I really like are the characters. I mean, Konstantin, right from the beginning to the very end, he remained in character. Do you know what I mean? In character. He remained in character.
Ему хочется очень поговорить про фильм.
Now, about Maja,
Позвали, вот же рация.
I'm really curious about Maja, because
I'm so sorry. What Volodya is saying right now, that his time, he ran out of time, and he is very nervous, sort of, that he has to go, and you have questions. We don't know how should we proceed here, Volodya.
Why don't you talk to Maja? She's right here, and I'm sure she'll be happy to answer your questions.
I just want to congratulate you.
Thank you so much.
Lovely film.
Thank you so much, guys. To have
Vladimir, thank you so much. Thank you. We hope to have you again. We will plan another interview with you. Thank you.
Okay, great.
New success, a great success. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yes, Maja, beautiful Maja. I assume that you are Polish from your name.
Correct. Correct.
You are Polish. Did you go to school, acting school in Poland? Did you have any training in Poland?
When I got back, I was finishing my second semester. No, sorry, my fourth semester in my Warsaw Academy of Dramatic Arts, and that's when the movie have happened. But yeah, right now I'm finishing my university. I've just told Luba before you entered the chat that I've just yesterday finished my thesis. So is it
amazing? I'm so impressed.
Yes.
For a girl of your age, I don't know how old you are, but you're a young woman, and you displayed such professionalism in this film. It really impressed me.
Thank you. To be honest, it's been a very difficult and very important experience for me, this movie, because I've learned everything from the beginning on this set. I've started with some very minor parts in Polish productions before, but it's been like just a few, and every grand, technique, ability, and everything I've learned on this set. Where to stand, how to stand on a position, how to look for the light, how to not touch your hair because it might mess something up that the artist did on my head, and but also the stress, because I've never thought that by creating, I don't know if I created a role, because you cannot really say that when you're
Maja, let me tell you a secret. It's the stress that made you play so beautifully.
That's what I was about to say. I think in a certain way, yes. And it's been very difficult for me to recover from the stress because on the set I had some problems with my skin, with my weight, with my hormones. It was all, you know, your body is your machine. You use the body as a machine to work with it, and it's been really difficult to recover from this. But because I learned how to deal with these things because of this project. Right now, it doesn't cost me this much private emotions. I think thanks to this project, I've learned to kind of distance myself from my work. You know, I do experience the feelings, but I know how to deal with them after the project finishes.
Yeah.
So it was
Well,
really...
I have all compliments for you. You mentioned your hair. Now I have to ask you a question.
Yes.
Did they really cut your beautiful hair off, or was it a special effect thing?
Yes, they did, and it was a huge thing back then. Right now, when I think of it, it's just
Look,
but I only think that because I cut it. Before I started,
I'll tell you something. Actually, Volodya made you look even more beautiful without hair.
Thank
He
you.
really did. He really did. It was, well, it was not another character, but it was another dimension of the character. And even your body language, your behavior, your reflexes were another dimension of the same character you started with. I fully believed and I sympathized, and I'm sure the audience, when they see it, they really sympathize with you. They immediately identify with you. The interesting thing that I found about this film, I wish Volodya was there, is that it's a universal theme. In fact, there are stories we know of women being enslaved, okay, and slowly falling in love with the slaver. And that is unusual. But it happens. I've read many stories that happen that way. She becomes part of that ambiance, that place where she belongs now. The whole story is of the dramatic escape, action. It really grabs you right from the beginning, and you become a captive audience. You cannot you cannot pull your eyes away from the film as it proceeds. But Maja, your character was amazing. I mean, really amazing for your age. A very mature performance.
That's true, correct. Very nice.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I have the same absolutely feeling, and I believe everyone. We have some, if you don't mind, we have some famous journalists here from Russia and also from the United Kingdom, and there are other people actually who are not introduced yet. I don't know if they like to ask any questions. We can allow them to ask. For example, we have Adel Dadish, who I'm very pleased, Adel, that you are here.
Thank you, Luba.
I will be very happy to know.
I didn't recognize you. I saw you for a minute.
No, thank you, Maja. It's good to see you. I've been concerned about you, but I'm pleased you look well.
Adel is he's quite a famous journalist. He served in, if I'm not, in Afghanistan. He is
I don't think
his
there's
own
a country
program.
in
He's a brave man. Now he's hosting his own program with Love from London, a TV program where he interviewed me as well. And he's doing a lot, a gallery of parliament. He's a special correspondent from the
political reporter.
etc. Adel, please continue this list. I missed something, but we
No,
love you are here.
I used to cover wars and do all kind of foreign news and sort of
crazy thing.
the odd film festival. But now I'm doing Westminster in Parliament, and unfortunately I could not attend the surgery. Last year I had my cancer treatment, which is actually interrupted because of the coronavirus. But I'm working on my new book. But I was just going to ask, what film is going to be and how the festival is going to be this year with this all this.
I will let the boss Luba answer that.
Adel,
Yes.
We're going to host our festival normally, not online. And I'm going to call you and I will tell you everything about the festival. Thank you so much for joining us. But I want to go back to our beautiful actress, Maja Sopa, who is with us tonight here. And I'm going to ask a question that's sent to us by Arkady in our messenger. He says that he first saw Maja via Skype when she was being driven from the airport. Seeing her smile and look, I understood why the director's choice fell on her. But my question is whether Maja was not afraid to act in Russia for the first time. Were there fears and concerns? So basically, I had a similar question. We discussed this question with Mohe. It's about anxiety when you have to play this and this special particular role with such, big Russian film director.
Yeah. I did not have fears about the role back then because I don't think I realized of how much work and stress will that cost me. But when I was going to Russia, I was absolutely frightened because I did not know a word in Russian, and I knew that on the set, not everybody is going to be speaking English. Of course, I knew that Vladimir is going to be speaking English because I spoke with him on the Skype before. But it's been absolutely frightening. And I've never been to Russia before. I did not know what to expect, and I flew into Moscow, and I felt like I remember landing. And I thought, oh my God, because back then we were doing Three Sisters in my university. We've been doing it on stage, and I was playing Irina, and I felt like we were landing. The plane was landing, and I thought, oh my God, I know what they meant by saying I want to go back to Moscow, and I felt like crying and like very weird in very weird mystical way. Because I saw all the monumental stuff. I think the thing about Moscow especially, St. Petersburg as well, but Moscow especially, is that when you go there and you see it for the first time, everything is so monumental. The buildings, and I feel like the people as well, even though they're not big, they just feel big because you look at them and they have this I don't want to say pride, but this, look in their eyes. And I felt, oh my God, I am so small. I felt very weird, very weird. And, it's been, but fortunately and weirdly, it took me a few weeks to learn the language. Well, of course, I do not speak Russian, I've never learned it, so it's impossible, but I could understand people and I could communicate with them using mix of Polish, Russian, and probably some slang and folk Polish words, and we understood each other, and we could communicate on a level that, you know, made me able to buy food in the restaurant or in shops, because not every restaurant serves in English in Moscow, in St. Petersburg especially. So yeah, I've been full of fear when I came to Russia for the first time, and also I remember, I have to admit, I did not know Konstantin Lavronenko before I started acting with him. But then somebody told me, oh my God, how can some of my Polish friends told me, oh my God, I know him, you know, he played in this amazing movie Powrót, I don't know, Comeback in English, I think. And I watched the movie and I was like, oh my God, I'm going to be have casting with him, and he's going to be my partner. I was so scared. I was not scared of playing Marina. I was scared of playing Marina with him as my partner, because I thought, oh my God, he's going to think that I'm loser, that I'm lame, and oh my God, that's going to be so humiliating. I'm, you know, those kind of fears. Not particularly about Marina, because I was like, okay, Marina. I read the script. I didn't really know anything, so I wasn't scared about that. I was also scared about cutting my hair off completely, because back then, before I started project, my hair was extremely long. It came down to my butt. I cut it before the project started, like to my shoulder length, the fringe. But I was known in my school and before my school, in my high school, for my extremely long hair. And I was freaked out about that, because I felt like, you know, hair is such a huge symbol for a woman. It's a symbol of sexuality, of femininity, sorry, of so many things. And you don't realize how many things you're doing with your hair until you actually lose it, because you suddenly realize that you cannot play with it or use it to flirt or just, you know, make it express your mood, you know, make it messy when you feel messy, make it super nice and smooth when you feel elegant. You cannot do anything. You're just naked without it.
Did it take a long time to grow back?
It took, 3 years for it
So
to.
2017, and now we see the same.
Yes. Now you see, I think it's even longer than before I started the movie. I think it's something longer. But yeah, it's been a journey, and honestly, it's been really nice. I think I really want to cut it again, and I feel like every woman should do it, because it gives you a feeling of extreme strength. And power, even power, I would say, because you have power over, I don't know, it made me feel amazing. It was amazing. I highly recommend it to every woman.
We will do the same with Elizabeth to celebrate our 5th film festival in Sochi, to take completely the hair to be hosting it this year, you know, because we're going to do it not online. So basically, yes, that was, you know, Konstantin Lavronenko, who won in 2007 his in Cannes his award for the best male. So yeah, I can understand how scary it was, Maja, but you were really, really brave. And now you also can say, you know, you have the Strangers of Patience brought you the Montreal Best Actress Award. How does it feel? How did you feel to become suddenly so famous? You know, as Russians say, you woke up famous next morning, I believe.
I don't think it works that way, to be honest. I was really shocked when I got the prize, and of course honored and everything. But the business and the industry is really brutal and competitive. And it's, if you win one prize, winning one prize, it doesn't make you famous and a celebrity. It only makes you feel like you have something to fight for, I would say. And it makes you believe in yourself. It makes you feel more confident and more, I don't know, maybe believe that you have something to say, because somebody has seen your work and appreciated it, and it makes you feel very, very good. But it doesn't make you feel famous as much as it doesn't make you famous at once, I would say. It only makes you, it is a great privilege, I would say. That's it. And it makes you feel like you have power to go further, go on, and that's it.
Beautiful. You have not only a beautiful look, but you have also a beautiful character. That's why probably Vladimir said you're really going to achieve a lot. I want to go back to Mohi, if Mohi is here. Are you here, Mohi?
Yes, yes.
Would you like to continue with question? Do you have any other question to ask Maja? If not, I have a lot. Elizabeth has. We have Faina Demenkova, a Russian journalist who interviewed. So we're gonna follow each other.
Please have Alenkova ask the questions. Get in. I have questions, but they can wait until everybody has a chance to say something, to ask questions.
Shall we break this with Faina Demenkova or Elizabeth Jones? Let's Elizabeth ask a question. Elizabeth was the one who actually contacted Maja, and she was the one who initiated this program. So obviously Elizabeth comes first here.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you very much for that, thank you very much. And thank you very much, Maja, for being so kind to join us today. Now, I've just got a slightly complex question, because you have touched on it earlier. And of course, you're a very, very young woman at the beginning of your career. And you did tell us earlier that it took you some time to recover from acting the role of Marina. If I could just recap it, I don't know if everyone here has actually seen the film. Basically, Marina is a very creative, vulnerable young woman who is mute. So she can't express herself quickly, or she can't express herself universally, but she doesn't have that immediate ability to communicate her wants and wishes. So she plays a very vulnerable, small, slight elfin character. And she comes within the ambit of a very sophisticated older man who basically kidnaps her and keeps her locked in his house and has her chained in the back garden for a while like a dog. I'm sure you remember all of this, Marina. Paints you all sort of colours, humiliates you, and at one point is planning to kill you to make the most perfect photograph of all time. If you remember, he said about, I think you said about Michelangelo wanted to kill his subjects, as you remember. Now, you did touch on it earlier. Did this take an emotional toll on you? Because you did say earlier that it took you some time to actually recover. Did you have to give a lot of yourself? And did you feel for Marina's vulnerability?
Mm-hmm. I did. It, surprisingly enough, even though I can hear and I can speak, unlike, well, Marina can speak with her sign language, but she cannot use her voice. I think we've had a lot in common with Marina, because when I came to Russia, I did not speak Russian, and nobody spoke Polish, and not too many people spoke English. I don't know how to say it, but on some level that made us similar, because she could not speak to everyone either. Not everybody understood her, and she had to make a lot of effort for people to understand her. Also, she was alone in a world where everybody used the same language to communicate. She used a different one. She was in a minority. So it was the same for me. Other than that, I would say me being alone in Russia, not having any friends, not being able to speak and hug my family, that's been a lot. It's been a lot because I've only been, what, 19, I think, when I got the part. 19 or maybe 20 when I started playing it.
2 years ago, dear. I'm reminded.
3 years ago, exactly. 3.5 actually, when the shooting started. And I think yes, it had impact on me privately, because when I came back from Russia, I came back as a completely different person. I was more self-efficient because I spent so much time on my own, but at the same time, I came back bald. I'm sorry, I have bald without my hair. And I feel like it's been a quick course of growing up, a very quick course of growing up. And yes, I've had some, some sadness in me because I felt like maybe it's been too fast. Maybe I don't know, I felt maybe I should have waited a bit more before doing something like this. Maybe I should do it more gradually, step by step. Instead, I jumped into the water without knowing how to swim. So yeah, in that sense, it did cost me a lot. But fortunately, I've been surrounded by some amazing friends of mine. One of them is right here with me today with us. And she's helped me through a lot. She's been very supportive. My family, some of them are here as well with us today. My parents, my cousin. And I think they've made it more bearable for me to deal with all those things at once. They've helped me through it, to be honest.
Amazing.
Didn't make it.
Are you happy? Can we go to someone else now? Faina.
Can I just add one thing? Maybe some idea. Maybe Mohi can. Maja said earlier on that getting rid of her hair was quite giving her strength, which is the almost the antithesis, the reversal of the Samson myth about the hair being the strength.
Yes.
Just an idea came to my head, if Mohi, so he's the one with the creative mind about writing all these scripts, can develop this idea further.
Well, the hair, that is related to the male, the man who loses his strength.
Yes.
For women,
yes.
hair is the crown. Hair
Right.
is very, very important for a woman. And I think Maja is very, very courageous to do it. I mean, we ask stupid things of actors sometimes, really. And some actors do it, some don't, and we have to find somebody else who will do it. But for her to do this and also play the role the way she did it was amazing, was courageous. And for her age, she's a professional actress. I mean, she really showed professionalism in everything you do in this film.
Can I just remind Maja that Mohe Kwandur is he supposed to be my co-host today from the beginning, but he couldn't get in. He is a veteran Hollywood film director, knows everything about filmmaking. And he's a composer whose music actually were played in the biggest prestigious halls in Japan, in Russia, in many countries. And he is also a best-selling author with 43 novels.
Stop flattering me.
So his compliments are not only a compliment of a man to a beautiful young lady, but also professional compliments. Thank you very much for that, Mohe. And now please allow me to allow Faina Zimenkova, a Russian quite known journalist as well, who already interviewed you, Maja, once after you received your Montreal award. Fainachka.
We cannot hear you.
Okay, let me just, sorry. Because I'm muting everyone, I'm going to unmute her.
Я уже включена, да? Могу говорить? Угу. Маечка, привет, во-первых. Я очень рада тебя видеть. Прекрасно выглядишь, замечательно. С последней нашей встречи, с первой пока и последней встречи прошло, наверное, уже больше года или уже около 2 лет. Мы с тобой, помнишь, встречались в кинотеатре «Октябрь» перед твоей премьерой. Хочу сказать тебе, что все у тебя сложилось замечательно, вернее, не сказать, а спросить хочу.
Медленнее говорить.
Медленнее? А вот мы с тобой разговаривали, ты не знала почти русского, я почти не знала английского, но тем не менее мы с тобой очень хорошо поговорили и сумели сделать на каком-то нейтральном языке интервью. Так вот, у меня такой вопрос. Ты тогда сказала, что у тебя тебе очень повезло с режиссером, с Владимиром Алениковым, вот, и с твоим напарником Лавроненко. Еще бы, с такими профессионалами ты не могла плохо, конечно, сыграть, и ты сыграла замечательно. Я хотела тебя спросить, как у тебя сейчас сложилась судьба? За это время ты уже окончила уже свой институт театральный, ты уже тогда подходила к концу, да? Вот. И как у тебя сложилась сейчас судьба? Где ты играешь, сколько там, какие роли тебе предлагают? Ну, в общем, я думаю, что у тебя должна сложиться очень-очень удачно твоя судьба. И пригодился ли тебе язык глухонемых, который ты изучала с русским преподавателем, с российским преподавателем, педагогом, вот, и выучила очень неплохо язык глухонемых.
Так.
Маюля, может быть, ты очень коротко для Майи сформулируешь?
Я могу попробовать, но...
Она все поняла.
Я все поняла, но не знаю, если я могу по-русски разговаривать. Знаете,
можешь. Ты скромная очень, ты очень можешь все.
Okay. Тогда сейчас у меня есть проект сериал в Польше. Это «Друга война светова».
Так,
как
понятно.
Не знаю.
Все понимаем.
Это странно для меня.
Это очень хорошо. Тебе практика нужна.
We're feeling pride because you speak Russian. Please at least say, it's a big pride for us.
Okay. That's really
Thank you very much for doing that, Maja.
Ладно, пусть говорит на английском.
Нет, я сказала, что мы гордимся ею, и для нас это гордость, что она 2 слова может сказать по-русски. Да. Мы просим ее чуть-чуть поговорить по-русски.
Она даже сказала, что она будет изучать русский язык, как только будет у нее время.
У меня не было часа.
Времени нет. Времени нет. Я понимаю.
Так, сейчас я немецкий.
Медленно будешь говорить. Хорошо.
Окей. Тогда у меня есть сейчас проект Druga wojna światowa, tak? I to много roboty jest. A jeśli chodzi o język głuchych ludzi, tak? Понимаете меня?
Понимаем, понимаем.
Это было очень сложно, потому что я не знала русского языка. Русский язык migowy, ruski język głuchych ludzi i polski język głuchych ludzi i z tych różnych stron, to nie to samo. To jest różna, it's all different. Sorry, I'm going to switch to English.
You can continue in English. You said you tried your best. Bravo, well done. You can continue. Basically, if there is something else remaining, you can say it in English.
Okay. So it's been very weird for me to learn Russian Sign Language, because Russian Sign Language and well, every sign language is different, and I didn't know Russian. So it's even more difficult to learn it because every sign language kind of bases on the spoken language, except the universal language. I'm not really sure which one is it, but there is a type of sign language that is international. Just not many deaf people use it. So it's been an adventure because I didn't speak Russian, and the sign language teacher didn't speak English. So we had a person between us that has been speaking to me in English. It's been really, really complicated. I don't know if I should translate this.
No, that's fine.
I have a question, Luba. I want to ask Maja, how long were you on the set? Because you are the main role, the main character. You're in almost every scene. Well, I mean, you are three characters: the dog, you, and Konstantin. Now, I found the connection between you and the dog. He can't talk and you can't talk, but you both know what's happening. And the dog is supposed to be like following you, guarding you, knowing where you're going, barking, making Konstantin aware if you're trying to run away. It was a really interesting troika, you know. How did you coordinate this thing with the dog? I mean, was the dog happening incidentally, or was he really a full actor in the film?
He was an actor. He had an amazing, his owner was an amazing woman. Also, I still keep in touch with her. She was very supportive of me and very, very great woman, really. But the dog was really young for a trained dog. So he did have his moods. And sometimes some things he did were accidental, I have to admit. But other than that, many, many things have been acted and prepared by the owner.
Interesting.
Thank you. Now I'm going to read a comment here from Vanessa Alexander. I don't know if you know, Vanessa, it has been such a journey for you, Maja. And it's amazing to see you blossom the way you do. You are a powerful woman and actress. We were and still are happy to be your support. So,
and that's what I meant when I said that I was surrounded by amazing people. This is one of my best friends, and she's been there for me from the beginning, and she's in my life now. She's also a very successful actress. Look her up if you have time. She's actually, I think her movie is today on Netflix. today or tomorrow. So
yeah, dear Vanessa, if you just message here in group the title of your film, we all will watch, and maybe we will invite you, your film, to our film festival. And now we have a very special guest here. He is Martin Kimber from Twin City. You know that Sochi, where we're hosting our main film festival, we have two countries, Russia and Britain. In Russia, we have Sochi, and Cheltenham is a twinning city, twinning town with Sochi. And next year, we are hosting part of our festival in Cheltenham, mainly because of Martin and his beautiful, amazing colleagues. Martin, go on with your
comment. Okay, thank you, Luba. Yeah, Maja, as I think you may have picked up, I'm nothing to do with the film industry at all, in any shape or form. But I'm a great lover of film and drama and theatre generally.
Martin, you're playing in the theater. You of course have to do with acting, and you understand a lot in it.
Oh yes, yeah. I have acted in Shakespeare's hometown of Stratford-upon-Avon in a Chekhov play a couple of years ago, and actually I work as a volunteer guide in one of Shakespeare's houses a couple of days a week. So it's a world that it's quite familiar to me. But my point is this really. I've not seen your film or any of your films. All I've seen is the little clip that the publicity people put on, the trailer, if you like. And when I saw it, I was really a little bit shaken, because I thought this is another film that's exploiting young, attractive actresses. And of course, the last few years, there hasn't been a week go by when there hasn't been another really unpleasant story about how young actresses are treated in the movie world. So that really disturbed me. However, having heard you this evening, I mean, clearly for you it was a positive experience, and the film seems to be very well made. So that leads me to the question really. As I say, I'm quite well used to Shakespeare. There are many very strong Shakespeare women, still a minority, but there's still some very key Shakespearean characters throughout most of his plays. I can see you playing several of them now. I can see you playing Perdita in Winter's Tale. I can see you as Cordelia in King Lear, maybe even Ophelia in Hamlet. But do you have any aspirations to work in the theatre as well as being in the cinema?
Oh, definitely. I've done last year I've done two projects in the theater. One of them was more on the less commercial side, because it's been made by a student, and we've been traveling with it a bit in Warsaw. We were supposed to be playing in Warsaw, but the pandemic stopped us, and it was about a space, and I was playing the crazy male character, actually.
Okay.
Well, I wasn't playing a male, it was just a male character, you know. I don't know how to say it, but difficult to explain. And another one I did was in a theater, and it was actually played, you know, a couple times a month, and it's this cyberpunk kind of very modern play written by a Polish writer. So yes, I love theater. I love doing theater, and I feel like my biggest dream is to kind of not cooperate, but I'm sorry, I lost the word. To combine, that's the word, combine my theater work, drama work, and the movie and TV as well. But you know what the future will bring, and is not really that much up to me. It's a lot of luck in this industry, and and a lot of, you know, a lot of things. I'm a very, right now, after many experiences, I feel like I'm more of a Catherine from Shakespeare's play.
Taming of the Shrew.
Yes, Taming of the Shrew. Thank you. I didn't know the English title. That's more of me. So that's why I feel like maybe there are possibilities that I screw up sometimes because I say too much. I just, I'm full of, and I agree with you that especially women, but all of the young actors are very
exploited.
Yes, exploited. Thank you. In the movie industry. So so I have very strong feelings about it. Actually, my thesis is about it, and I'm very against it. And I feel very, you know, no, we have to fight for ourselves. And sometimes I say too much. And I'm really scared that maybe at some point I'm gonna say, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore because I feel like I cannot say no, but I want to say no. You know, I want to say, you know, stop doing it this, and I want to say I want my work to look this way, and the producers are going to say no because we're the ones with, you know, with the power to make decisions. And I feel very strongly about it. I think I'm too stubborn for this sometimes.
Yeah, of course, in Shakespeare there are many terrible things that happen to women, but also women also do terrible things themselves, be it Lady Macbeth or King Lear's other two daughters. But as well, Shakespeare, when he was writing his plays, every part was played by a man. All the women were played by men, so he wasn't really looking into the future. But thank you for those answers. They're very interesting. I wish you all success in your future career. I must try and see this film. Is it going to be in England, Luba? Do you know? Is there any plans?
Well, unfortunately, yeah. I mean, it is on Amazon Plus. I tried to get it with English subtitles. There are some links. I'll send them to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
As far as I know, it's in distribution in America right now.
It is in America, but you know, but I'm going to send you some links, Martin.
Please.
I'm still trying to get it so people can watch on our online with English subtitles.
Thank you. Thank you.
Or with Russian subtitles, actually.
Yeah. Of course, we have a very large Polish community in the UK, as Maja will certainly know. I mean, I've got a family in the next house to me, and I actually asked them if they'd heard of you yet, but I think you're a bit too young. They've been in the UK for 10 years. Just this week, tomorrow and the next day, two films which I'm sure you'll know. Cold War. Yes. Is being shown. This is being shown on Wednesday on Film 4 in England, and tomorrow the film also by him is Ada. That's being shown tomorrow. So there is increasing exposure.
This is one of the best Polish movies ever made. There are some amazing Polish movies as well, but this one is really, really great, and I recommend it to everybody.
Great. We're
Maja, I have a question, Luba.
Yes, Martin, please go on. Go ahead.
Since the film now is in distribution in America, my first question is, do you have an agent, Maja? Do you have somebody representing you professionally?
I have an agent in Poland. He's representing me in Poland. I do not have an agent in America. Honestly, I didn't even know that it has been distributed to America, and it's the first time I've heard about it. It's really nice of you to say it, because nobody told me that. I know that it's been distributed to Japan, but I didn't know about America. I did think about finding an agent in America, but I think maybe I lack self-confidence to go and try yet. Maybe I should focus on that and try and do this. I just know.
I think you will be invited, Maja. I think when they see you, when they see this film, you will be invited. And in America,
yeah, we definitely will invite Maja to the United Kingdom next year, right?
Yes.
Sure, definitely.
Well, festival. That's amazing. We're almost for 1 hour and a half here, but I know you guys want to ask questions, but there are a couple of questions remaining that I really wanted to ask. You don't have to give very long answers to them. And then I will ask, maybe Mohe also has something there remaining, or anyone else. I was very curious. I really believed that you fell in love with the artist. So as a woman, I cannot stop myself from asking, did you have any chemistry there?
Oh,
in real?
To be honest, not really. First of all, I was so starstruck by him when I first saw him, that I cannot say that we've built any chemistry there, like private chemistry. I think we felt the connection in the scenes, but I find it highly unprofessional to develop feelings on the set. And fortunately, I've never had a situation like this. I think it's very dangerous.
Yes,
So life is ahead of you, Maja. Never say never, because some really big film directors trying to invent those feelings between their actors. I, for example, remember how Mohe, you were in our film Prisoners, tried to make Andrei Chernyshov and Julia Cox to feel something towards each other before we started shooting. So that's a classical sort of thing.
I have a question, Luba. I have a question. Maja, I think you need to look into finding an agent, because without an agent, you will not get anywhere, neither in England or in America. And I would suggest sending your CV and your photographs and so forth. Start attacking agents. Don't be shy.
International big agents. That's what Mohe is trying to do.
As many as you can. And also, if you have a, if you have a trailer of the film on a disc, set that as well, because a talent like you will be lost without an agent. Really,
Beauty
you
and
need
beauty, talent and beauty.
a strong agent, and I think you'll do very well.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Mohe. You know, the question which we actually didn't ask, which I planned to ask at the very beginning, what was the most difficult thing for you in this film? What did you overcome? You can answer this shortly.
I would say the pantomime scenes. I've always been very shy about movement, about dancing in front of camera and on stage. And I think that was the most difficult and weird thing to do for me.
But you did it very well.
Thank you.
The other question, is this role is not an easy role. We all understood that, but some actors say that in every role, in every film, they play a little bit of themselves. They put something from their character. So does this role have anything similar with your own character?
Can you, sorry, because something disturbed.
So this character, the character you played as actress, does it have anything similar to your own character? Or
I think at the point where I didn't really, I was at the beginning of my acting journey. I think yes, many things are we have in common, because I didn't really know how to separate myself from the character. I think I still don't. I think it takes a lot of work before the project starts to create a whole new character. So yes, I definitely think we're both very emotional. We're both very curious. We're both, I think, courageous, I would say. She's also been courageous in a way. And thanks to her, I think I've developed a lot of things that I didn't know about myself before. So yeah.
Well, when we were talking today with Mohe on phone, he actually said something which he didn't say now. So I'm going to say it. What impressed him most, and I think what impressed most people was the fact that your role is a role of a mute lady. You weren't talking, but you expressed yourself so well, which is for really big actresses. I mean, a student coming from a university and expressing herself so strongly, that's amazing. That was coming from all of us, this compliment. Now, I also want to say that I noticed, Maja, that your father is here as well, supporting you. And that is very beautiful. That's amazing. The whole family is here with you. And they're very proud. They should be proud of you, as we are also very proud of you. I hope I asked all of you, dear guests, if you have any questions remaining, then hopefully we can bring beautiful Maja next year to Britain, to our Russian-British Sochi International Film Festival, and we will make a special meeting for her where you can ask all your questions. Mohe, are you happy?
Yes, I have a comment to make.
Yes, please go for your comment.
It is the question of love. Okay, at the beginning, the director makes you feel like there is a connection between you and Konstantin, that it could happen. It could happen. But then everything else follows that is in the opposite direction. And then at the very end, he kisses you. And that kiss rekindles your own love for him. And you were chasing the policeman to stop him from being arrested. Now, this is, of course, the director's work, but did you actually improvise that scene when you touch your lips and you express the feeling, or did the director ask you to do it?
He didn't ask me to touch my lips and do all this stuff, but yes, he did ask me to maybe I'll put it another way. I don't think that she was in love with him. I think that she needed somebody to express feelings for her because she was so lonely. I think that because she is a loner, she is one of those people who don't really feel like they have somebody around them. Even though they are not alone, they feel lonely because of the feeling that they're not being understood well. And they cannot express themselves well and correct. Well, not correct, but well, she didn't feel like she could express herself enough. That's why when he kisses her, she feels this. I don't know what.
Amazing, amazing.
Well,
it's done
Nick,
very naturally, isn't it?
very nice. It was a very nice ending. Very, very nice ending.
Can I just read again from your supporters, Maja? Monica, Maja, you are amazing. Love, it was great pleasure to see you in the role of Marina. We have a great Russian poet here, Rita Markova, who also compliments you and says thank you very much for your great talk. And so, Mohi, if you don't mind, guys, we're really holding beautiful Maja for 1.5 hours now, and we made her tired. We're so many, and she's alone answering all our questions. I just want to thank you, Maja, from all my heart, on behalf of all our guests, intellectual guests, from all our experts and journalists, and I just want also to ask you to spread news about our Russian-British Film Festival. Please do join us on our YouTube channel. Put likes, guys, and also follow us on our Instagram. So we're becoming a big international family.
SochiFilmAwards.com.
At SochiFilmAwards.com. Thank you very much, everyone. And very soon, our program will appear on our YouTube channel. Thank
Well
you.
done, Luba. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Luba. Thank you, Maja.
Thank you.
Right.
Until next time.
Cheers.
Bye.